lovely people, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another hotel room tour conversation video. This time it's done slightly different. I'll explain why in a minute. So if you want to know and look at some more information on the Ridgemount Hotel, then stick around and we'll get into it in 2 seconds. So yeah, it's slightly different in other hotel tour room tours that I've done previously, where normally I will be in the room, I will talk you through everything there, I will give you my experience at the end of the stay. However, we were merely there for one night. We dropped our cases off when we first arrived in London, and then we got back to the room and checked in at about 9 o'clock in the evening. We did warn that we were going to do that when we dropped our cases off because we'd come down for a show, and then we did what we had to do in the room. We slept, we drank, we did things, and then we had breakfast in the morning and left, leaving our cases ready to pick them up afterwards. So there was not really much time to film, plus I was with another person and I didn't think they wanted to be on the camera, so we're just going to sit and chat about it here instead. But first, let's do the good old-fashioned room tour. So the Ridgemount Hotel is slightly different to everything that I have previously stayed in and showed you, in that it is a bit in a slightly different area, and also some of the rooms are ensuite rooms, but some are not. Some you share a bathroom with other people. So our room was one of the ensuite rooms, and it was on the 4th floor, I think. I'm trying to remember how many stairs I actually climbed with my case, but I believe it's the 4th floor. And here is the room tour. Okay, here is the room tour. So this is a twin room. We're on the top floor. This is room 32, and it comes with an ensuite. The reason I point that out is because not all of the rooms here have ensuites. Some of them are room only and you share a bathroom. Apologies if you can hear the road. The window is open because it is quite warm in this room. So here is the door. You come in, you enter with one key. There is no secondary lock, it's just this thing here, but it is a, I was gonna say, it's a chop lock, it's not, it's a yowl lock, so like to get out you need to do that, you know. Let me flip round, I'll show you the entire room, and yeah, then I will take myself back to the present day and I'll talk a bit more. So here we are, window, 2 twin beds. We have slept in these because it's the next day. Beds pretty comfortable, didn't feel like I was enclosed in or anything. So 1 bed, 2 bed. In the corner there is a television, there is the only plug socket, there is a header above and a shelf below. On the wall here there's an, I'm guessing, intercom system. We haven't tried it, we don't know if it works. And another hairdryer on the wall, again haven't tried it. And then 2 beds, each with a over the bed light and room to hang up clothes. In here is the very yellow lighted bathroom. So there is a toilet down here, shelves, mirror, sink, soap dispenser, shower. Jobs are good, and that is it. So let's talk about my experience at the hotel. Firstly, check-in was super duper easy. I didn't actually book the room, it was booked in my name. But like I said, we turned up with our luggage at about 11:30 in the morning, and once you are through the front door, which you are buzzed through. You have a living room to the left of you, stairs to the right of you, and straight ahead is the office at the back of the property where you can talk to the person who is on the desk. So when we arrived at 11:30, we were like, hi, we're staying here tonight, can we leave a case, because we assumed we couldn't check in because check-in wasn't until 2, I think, maybe 3. So they were like, yeah, just put it in the front room and then everything's fine and dandy. So we did that. We felt like our luggage was pretty safe because, like I said, you had to be buzzed into the building. It is only a small space. We were in room 32, I want to say. There was 2 more rooms on our level to my knowledge. So there isn't a great deal of rooms available. It's quite a compact unit. It is in one of the old buildings in the Bloomsbury area. The closest tube station we think was Good Street, which is the one we use quite a lot, but it's like a 5-minute walk away from Good Street station. Locationally, for what we needed, it was pretty fine. The closest tube station that we used was Good Street. If you have seen any of my other room tours, you will know that I recently stayed at the Radisson Blu of Wardian Grafton, which is one tube station up at Warren Street. So I kind of knew the road pretty well. If you walk from Good Street further down, you will reach Tottenham Court Road. So it is pretty central. From Good Street to the Ridgemount Hotel was about a 5-minute walk. It was straight through one road to the end, turn right along past a couple of other hotels which are in the same large building, and there you were, you were in your hotel. If I was alone, I possibly wouldn't have stayed there, just because I like to be either very close to where I'm going to go and see shows, or very close to a tube station, just so that as a solo person walking around in the dark on my own, being female, you never know what might happen, and I am a warrior at heart anyway, so I like to be central. I like to know where I am, I like to know my surroundings. But for what we needed and for the amount of time we actually spent in the hotel, it was pretty okay. The room itself was basic, but again, it was pretty okay for what we needed. The bed was decent and relatively comfortable. The room was kind of warm. We did have the window open for most of the night. The road outside wasn't too loud, so that was okay. And the bathroom again was basic, but again okay for what we needed. We needed a shower in the morning, we needed the toilet, we needed to clean our teeth. You can do all those things. It wasn't my favourite place to ever stay, but at the same time, our room plus breakfast on the bank holiday where the king got coronated, is that even a word? The King's coronation happened on that weekend. We stayed the Sunday to the Monday, and the coronation was on the Saturday. And our room for 2 people, including breakfast, was £140, which compared to everywhere else you can get London, you could have got in London, should I say, for that weekend, it was amazing price. The breakfast itself was, again, quite simple but effective for what it needed to be. You headed down into the basement area where you were greeted. They offered you a table, they offered if you wanted tea or coffee. They brought over toast and some orange juice, and then asked if you wanted a cereal. They gave, I think, 4 cereal options. Cornflakes and bran flakes and Cocoa Pops were definitely there. I can't remember if there was anything else. And then there is also a hot breakfast as well, where there is bacon, 1 piece of bacon, some beans, an egg, a hash brown and tomato, and you can feel free to say if there's anything in that list that you don't really wish. Me and my mum were both kind of like, where is the sausage? But apart from that, we were okay. I took the tomato out because I don't particularly like cooked tomato. And there was toast available on your table, and you could also request more toast. So again, for the price of the room and breakfast, it was okay for what it was. And yeah, basically the whole message of this video is that yes, it is a little bit different to the other ones I've done on this channel so far, but for what we needed, it was pretty damn good, to be honest. Like I said, if I was on my own there, I probably would have passed this time and gone somewhere different, but the price was very competitive for the weekend we were going down. And yeah, if you go trying to get there on a budget, I would 100% recommend visiting this hotel. I assume, because I didn't actually, like I said, I didn't actually book, I assume that the rooms that were en suite were more expensive than the rooms that weren't en suite, but I can't actually attest to that or not, so apologies on that fact. But I will leave the Ridgemount Hotel website down below in case you want to look it up for yourselves. But yeah, no massive complaints here. Just wasn't my normal hotel experience. I know the whole way through this I've sounded kind of up myself. I apologise. But there we go, I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions on the room / on the Ridgemount Hotel, then please leave them down below and I will try my hardest to reply to them or answer them. If not, hopefully I can find a way of sending you somewhere to find out a bit more. But there we go, another hotel room is done. I am planning another London trip in the not too distant future if I can work out dates. So maybe staying in a new hotel again, and then August I definitely, fingers crossed, will be, because I'm very excited for what I have planned. But there we go. Thank you for watching this video. Like I said, leave any questions in the comment area and I will try my hardest to get back to them. But for me, farewell and safe travels. Bye.